listen to this. Wait a minute.
Oh my god, get up! Let it from the German, let it from the German! Get up, do response now! Deploy, get up!
And then we get some drinks, and I'll be there and sign things, and okay. Just do it! Okay.
Here we go.
Soon after, I released my video about some predictions and speculations for Star Citizen and Squadron 42 in 2026. The letter from the chairman was finally posted. Right as I go on holiday, this bugger pulls me right back in. Alright, let's see what he's got in store for us this year. Oh dear. Oh dear. Look, it is not my main intention to become overly critical against CIG or negative. The main goal for this channel is always entertainment, chaos, and fun. And I feel like when I read a lot of potential bullshit, I need to talk about it. Because as letters from the chairman tend to do, it sends expectations and hype up into the stratosphere. I make this sure to work with the best of my ability with the limited time available to me. I will still be doing my utmost to deliver with sources because I dislike speaking out of my arse. Most of the statements in regards to Star Citizen are perfectly fine. The game has been improving steadily and they're adding good content. Many of my favorite missions are still able in the game, many of the more easier and simpler missions as well, like the Orison platforms. But I expect we'll be seeing more regular missions, meaning no worm bosses or ASD in the game again, sometime in 2026. But this is, however, the major sticking point for me. Nyx and Pyro have both been added to the game, yes. Nyx, however, I believe to be far more of a technicality. It's a star, an asteroid belt, and 2 space stations. And a really cool mission, granted. There isn't really a lot to do, and Pyro is still not complete. No solar flares, no faction system, no true consequences for messing with the differing factions, and it still lacks a lot of content to drive players into the system. So it is to me a frustrating point, but it is technically true. Technically.
Good lord, what is happening in there?
Squadron 42.
Huh? Squadron 42. At this time of year, at this time of day, this part of the spectrum, localized entirely within your game studio.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
This is my main point of contention and huffery. I am in and huff, because I believe he's unfairly distributing opium to the masses without a word of caution, but is instead portraying confidence. Because simply, dearest viewer, we have been here before. And this is where I find most important to manage expectations, because do remember, the release year is always 2 years away. In 2019, it was announced that the company was progressing steadily towards an internal beta for 2020, because all the major hurdles were now...
We're closing it down. All the remaining features were in content. And the last major technical hurdle that we were worried about on Squadron was object container streaming, which, as you know, we're almost ready to close out here on 3.3. So we don't have any major technical hurdles left on Squadron. So for us, you know, it's a bit easier to get Squadron closed out than obviously Star Citizen that needs the server meshing and all the rest of stuff.
But this beta was later delayed by 12 weeks and then later cancelled. But as dearest George Lucas said, it is important that stories rhyme.
So if they rhyme.
We are currently at the end of 2025 with an announced beta for next year, just like 2019. It is fantastic that we have reached this point again, but at the same time, manage expectations. But all the missions are finally complete and they are playing or have played it. Absolutely fantastic. I could not be happier. But like I said, we've been here before and I brought the receipts, naturally.
Leadpipe asks, have you as the community team been able to play through a single mission on Squadron 42 yet? I have been able to, but I have chosen not to.
I have played through every mission because I come from QA and it was my job to do so.
Never underestimate how fast I can research when I'm fired up. I'm not attempting to be sour, but I am being cynical about this. At the same time, however, I do not think I'm being overly negative or mean. I am simply presenting the facts as I have seen them, by showing you what they have said. This information is all publicly available, albeit difficult to track down for somebody that lacks my autistic fervor. Perhaps if they do manage to deliver on these goals, as I bet they won't dare call them promises anymore, we may just be able to move away from the year of playability, because what CIG needs is not a year of stability or playability, it's a year of accountability. Their word needs to mean something again, and that cannot happen soon enough. But like I said, be so good as to manage your expectations. Take a nice break from Star Citizen over the holiday. Celebrate Christmas and the New Year with your friends, family, and pets, and have a fantastic day. See you next year. Special thanks to all my lovely Manu merchantmen, without whose support all of this would be near improbable.
And yes, dear ladies and gentlemen, we have our first
Thank you very much for the money, half-breed bastard. Thank you very much to my lovely Sustremings of Combat Creations, Michael, Big Kronk,
Mouseclick, and of course, Davidry.
the lovely, fantastic people of Mike, Schmieda, Ifanura, Sorgi XD, Albatross, and Ignore Me. And my lovely enthusiasts of Feral Goblin Gal, Long Yawn, Bloodix, Fested Sue, Monk, and Dave of Yogs. Merry Christmas to you all.